Once upon a time, in a remote village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests in Africa, there lived a young woman named Adina. Adina was renowned for her extraordinary beauty, her kindness, and her gentle spirit. She lived with her aging grandmother in a small thatched hut on the outskirts of the village. One fateful night, as the moon cast its silvery glow over the village, a mysterious figure appeared in the woods. It was a ghost, said to be the spirit of a young maiden who had died tragically many years ago. Despite her ethereal form, the ghost exuded a mesmerizing aura that captivated anyone who caught sight of her. Word of the ghost's presence spread like wildfire through the village, and soon the menfolk found themselves inexplicably drawn to her haunting beauty. They would sneak away from their homes in the dead of night, leaving behind their families and responsibilities to catch a glimpse of the ghostly apparition. Among those who fell under the ghost spell was Kwame, the bravest hunter in the village. Despite his courage in facing fierce beasts in the jungle, he found himself powerless against the allure of the ghost. Night after night, he would wander into the forest, his heart filled with longing for a love that could never be. As the days turned into weeks, the village fell into disarray. Crops withered in the fields, children went unfed, and homes were left untended as the men continued to chase after the ghostly enchantress. Adina watched with a heavy heart as her once thriving community descended into chaos. Determined to break the curse that had befallen her village, Adina sought the wisdom of the village elder Malaika. Together they concocted a plan to confront the ghost and free the men from her spell. Armed with knowledge passed down through generations, Adina and Malaika ventured into the heart of the forest, where the ghost was said to dwell. As they approached a clearing bathed in moonlight, they saw her, radiant and otherworldly, surrounded by a throng of entranced men. With a voice as clear as a bell, Adina called out to the ghost, pleading with her to release the village from her grasp. At first, the ghost seemed unmoved, her gaze fixed on the men who worshipped her from afar. But as Adina spoke of love, sacrifice, and the bonds that held their community together, a flicker of recognition crossed the ghost's translucent features. Moved by Adina's words, the ghost began to fade, her form dissolving into the moonlit mist. And as she vanished into the night, the spell that had ensnared the men was broken, and they returned to their senses, their hearts filled with remorse for neglecting their loved ones. From that day forth, the village was restored to its former glory, and Adina was hailed as a hero. Though the memory of the ghost lingered like a distant dream, the people of the village vowed never to forget the lesson it had taught them, that true love lies not in the ephemeral beauty of a ghost, but in the enduring bonds of community and family.